Of course I'm going to pay $11 to go see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Vin Diesel fight it out for their lives. Hey guys, it's Anthony, the Random Mind here, and I am here to review Fast 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 6, 5. Anyways, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is finally a part of a franchise that has been well respected for a lot of years, and he's not in any Tooth Fairy movie or any, the Game Plan movie, or any Disney movie. He's in a good movie, just like he was in the movie Faster. And I think they got him on Fast 5 because he was in the movie Faster, where he played a driver for his brother's mob type deal. But now he's in this newest movie, Fast 5, along with Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, Jordana Brewster, and 2 cameos that you guys should wait after the credits for, because if you don't wait till after the credits, you'll be very disappointed and you'll have to look it up on YouTube. But going on with the rest of the cast, Tyrese Gibson, Ludacris, and a bunch of other actors who I do not know off the top of my head, but are really awesome in this film. Now, I was pumped for this film because I saw the first Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, which is really underrated. I saw the 4th one a couple days ago because I was going to see this one. I wasn't really keen on seeing the 4th one because originally I thought the 4th one was the first one because of the title, because it was called The Fast and the Furious, but it was called Fast and Furious. The first one was called The Fast and the Furious, so I got confused. I thought, okay, I already saw it already. But then I realized, oh, I haven't seen this one yet, and I'm glad I saw the 4th one, because if you did not see the 4th one, you will be completely lost in the 5th one. You have to watch number 4 to understand number 5, because you'll be totally like, what the hell's going on? You have to watch number 4. You don't need to watch all the other ones. You just need to watch number 4 and probably number 1. Now, the plot goes as they're back in Rio again for one last job against this big mob boss who Vin Diesel has some kind of beef with because he tried to kill him, and he wants to steal all his money. He wants to get all the money from Rio, and he wants to take it over, but he needs every single person who has been in every single Fast and the Furious movie to help him out. He gets all the guys from Tokyo Drift. He gets Tyrese Gibson and Paul Walker from Too Fast and Too Furious, even though Paul Walker was in all the other ones except for Tokyo Drift. He got the girl from Fast and the Furious last time. He got Jordana Brewster. He got everybody. And they're all planning to take over this mob boss who has been really irritating the hell out of Vin Diesel for some reason. But as another challenge, besides the mob boss, they are challenged by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who wants to take him down because he's a government official, and he just really wants to get this on. It's like a trophy for him, his character. Dwayne "The Rock's Johnson's character, it's like a trophy for him to get a criminal. He wants to get one of the baddest criminals, Dominic Tudoro, on his record for like capturing. So he wants to get Vin Diesel. And this movie is awesome. It's the best movie so far for 2011. Well, no. It's number 2 best film of 2011. Source Code is still my top number 1. Number 2 is Fast 5. Fast 5 is the best Fast and the Furious out of all 5 of them. I'm telling you, this was the best. Great way to hit off the summer. I mean, last year, I don't know what the beginning. Oh yeah, it was Iron Man 2 that started the summer off last year. But this time they went a different direction and they got the Fast and the Furious to kick off the summer. Which Iron Man 2 was probably better than Fast 5, but Fast 5 was a great choice to kick off the summer, because if they got some bullshit movie to put in the beginning of the summer, I was gonna be pissed. But anyways, Fast 5, great action scenes. Great everything. There was no CGI in this film for the cars, which I thought was even cooler, because they didn't go the cheap way and just, put CGI to make it look like it was actually happening. No, they actually did the stunts. I read that Vin Diesel did most of his stunts, besides for all his really, really dangerous stunts, like the jumping off the cliff thing. He did not do that, but I know he did a lot of his driving stunts and everything. Paul Walker did some of his own stunts. Jordana Brewster, I read in her Maxim magazine thing, I read that she did some of her own stunts, like jumping through that roof in Rio. She actually did that. She showed the scars from actually doing it. But yeah, this movie was an action thrill ride. The acting was great. I was surprised that Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson can pull off a serious role in this film, because they have been in some terrible movies. Except for Ludacris, he was in Rock and Rolla. He was in, even though this movie is very underrated, he was in Max Payne. He wasn't that bad in Max Payne, but he has been in a couple bad movies. Tyrese Gibson has been in Four Brothers, which is another very underrated movie, but he has also been in some crappy movies like the Transformer movies, except for Transformers 1. But anyways, besides the acting, this movie was well directed. It was like, oh my god, like the camera angles and all the direction of this film was fine. There was nothing to complain about. The background, you're probably going to wonder if you see this movie, where's the backstory for these characters? Again, you have to watch number 1 and number 4 of the Fast and the Furious franchise to understand their backstory. You don't really need to, you're not going to get a backstory in this film if you don't watch the first 4. You get kind of a backstory, but that's it. The best scene in this movie was The Rock versus Vin Diesel. I know every one of you was like, what about the car scenes? What about the fight scene between Vin Diesel and The Rock is like seeing, what's a great fight? Is like Michael Jordan versus LeBron James to finally see who's the better man. Vin Diesel and The Rock have both been total badasses in all their films, except for The Rock, who's been in some crappy Disney movies, but you know what I mean. He's jacked. They're both jacked out of their minds. They're both bald. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's got a kick-ass goatee. Vin Diesel's just awesome. He's got that deep voice. And you want to see who's the better man. Of course, they're going to give it to Vin Diesel because he is awesome. But anyways, that fight scene was epic. It was probably the best fight scene of 2011 so far until I see all the other movies. Probably when, like, on my award thing, like, I'm probably going to do it next year. I was going to do an award thing this year, but I decided not to do it. Next year, I'm going to be doing the Random Mind Awards, and that will probably win Best Fight Scene, but who knows. Although I must admit, there are some one-liners in this film that were unnecessary in the dialogue, like some of these cliche lines that people just put in their scripts to make it seem funny. There were some one-liners that were really unnecessary in the film, but this movie, with everything else in it, like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson fight and all the car chases, totally cancels out those one-liner goofs. Like, those one-liners, yes, were annoying, but it totally passes your mind after all you see is action and full testosterone in this entire film. So, yes, there are going to be some one-liners that you're not going to like, but who cares? This movie is awesome either way. Fast 5 is awesome. If you didn't see it yet, go see this movie. It is awesome. I'm not going to give it a 10 out of 10 because I saved that for perfect films. But I'm giving this a very high 9 out of 10, which is an A+ on CriticsOfFilm. And I will see you guys next week for my review of Thor. And stay tuned for some more reviews of old classic movies coming your way. See you guys later.